we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda is our Pledge of Allegiance. I understand we have some helpers. Peyton and Katie. Kennedy, I'm sorry. Worked on job sites too long. We'll follow you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Next item is consent agenda regarding our minutes from last meeting. Everybody's had a chance to review those minutes. If there are no questions, we have a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, recognitions. Dr. Frazier.
Good evening, school board members and guests.
Sorry.
Good evening, school board members and guests, and folks online. Our recognitions for this month we are recognizing the month of the military child, and we want to do a shout out for those folks that wore purple on Military Child Recognition Day. We also are celebrating National School Library Month, Autism Acceptance Month, Financial Literacy Month, Counseling Awareness Month, National Volunteer Appreciation Month, Paraprofessionals Day, National School Librarian Day, National Assistant Principals Week, National Library Week, Earth Day. Tomorrow is Administrative Professionals Day, and we'll be celebrating National School Bus Driver Appreciation Day. At this time, we'll have Dr. Bird and Ms. Goodwin come forth to give their students and staff RISE Awards for this month. And we will start with Dr. Bird this month.
Change it up.
That's fine.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the school board, Dr. Frazier, Mr. Leach. I have some wonderful RISE Awards this month for you. So I have two middle schoolers. The first middle schooler is 8th grader Liam English. He was nominated for demonstrating excellence in the classroom. His teacher noted that he is prepared for class, supplies out, ready to start, and his teacher noted that the respect that he shows and the positive changes that he has made is a great impact and influence in his classroom each and every day. So we appreciate Liam and his leadership in the classroom. We also have 7th grader Laura Stanley. She was nominated by one of her teachers for also demonstrating excellence in the classroom. They noted that she is pleasant in class, completes all work, comes in with a positive attitude, and participates in discussions. They're also very proud of Laura that she has made huge improvements this grading period. She's been working really hard, so we appreciate that. For the high school, we have freshman Chloe Sharp, who was nominated for being student-centered and demonstrating excellence. Her teacher says that she shows remarkable work ethic and professionalism at school, which was a great way to describe her. She accepts responsibility without hesitation and was instrumental in helping get the yearbook completed on time. And that was a big accomplishment for this class. Also, we would like to recognize junior Quinn Agnew. Quinn was nominated for building relationships, being innovative and student-centered, and for demonstrating excellence. He hit all four of our points here. Quinn always works in class. Of course, we know he's an excellent athlete. He has taken leadership in the Key Club this year. He organized a visit to the Three Rivers Convalescent Center, and he was recently named the Key Club or Kiwanis Club Teenager of the Year. So we thank Quinn for his excellence and leadership in every area, classroom, on the track, and in our community. So our staff award this month, students describe this teacher as helpful and kind. They say he is an amazing teacher, super funny, and his class is a lot of fun. He encourages his students and is kind to them, always giving help when needed. And one student said he deserves this shout out because he talks to everyone, is super funny, nice, and encourages us to do better and be better every day. So we thank Mr. Mike Henrich for encouraging, pushing, and supporting our students every day. Thank you.
Good evening, Chairman Evans, Vice Chair Sturts, members of the board, Dr. Frazier. As we're close to wrapping up our RISE Awards for this year, we could not pass up the opportunity to recognize one of our own wonderful WPES staff. We are proud to recognize Ms. Bonnie Haston as our RISE staff member for the month of April. Ms. Haston serves on our food service team. She embodies each part of our RISE core values in her dedication and support of the school and division initiatives. Ms. Haston has positive relationships with students and staff from pre-K to 5th grade. She makes her morning rounds to collect the lunch count and visits each classroom in the school. She's student-centered by always greeting students with a smile and being helpful in the lunch line. She shows excellence through her dedication of 17 years to West Point Public Schools. She is dependable, hardworking, and cares about students. Misty Osborne, our food service director, shares that Bonnie is an asset to the cafeteria and we are lucky to have her. Outside of school, Ms. Haston enjoys spending time with her family. She has 3 children and 9 grandchildren. So thank you for the opportunity to recognize her. For our Student RISE Award, we're very happy that she's here with her family this evening and her big sister. This month, we are recognizing a deserving preschool student as our RISE Student Award winner. We are proud to name Peyton Lavelle in April for being a true example of our RISE values. Peyton embodies all the star qualities a tiny pointer should have. Peyton shows kindness towards her peers. She is very positive and makes sure her peers feel invited to play with her during centers or outside on the playground. She's mannerly and very respectful towards her peers and teachers. Peyton takes responsibility by focusing on her work and doing her best at all times. She's always asking for more work to do or what she can do to help out in the classroom. I know her teachers love that. She helps other peers who may be struggling with a concept. She shares materials and makes sure that everyone gets a turn, whether it be playing a game or outside on the swings. Peyton always makes good choices and tries to encourage good choice making in her peers. Peyton is a great role model for others in the classroom and will go far in life with her determination, work ethic, and kindness towards others. Thank you for the opportunity to recognize these deserving members of our West Point Elementary School family.
She's precious.
Congratulations to all of our honorees for this month. And Mr. Chair, that concludes our recognitions.
All right. Good work. Next up, we have presentations. Dr. Bird and Miss McGee.
Told Miss McGee not to worry, that was half the audience. So I am really excited about the presentation tonight. I know we have a lot of business that we do that can be very serious, and sometimes I think we need a reminder of the wonderful things that happen in our schools every day and the impact that our teachers, staff, and students have. So this month, we asked Miss McGee to give you a presentation on community-based instruction. So she teaches 2 students, 2 lovely students who you all know, in a functional life skills program. And she has been doing some wonderful things, helping prepare our students for independent living, helping them prepare for the workplace. And so she prepared a video presentation. There's an interview and different things, so I'm not gonna steal her thunder. But Carmen is also one of the newest members and youngest members of our special education team, and she's just brought a lot of energy and great ideas to our department, and we really appreciate her. So Carmen, so there you go.
Well, thank you, Dr. Bird. Good evening, everyone. I'm hopeful by the end of my video and presentation, your day is just a little bit brighter. It's easy this time of year to get caught up in the stress that comes with ending another school year and lose sight of the impact that we have on students and the moments that truly matter. Tonight, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to share a few of these moments with you guys. Rather than telling you about community-based instruction and the trips my students have taken, I'd like to show you a short video that captures a few amazing things these students have been up to over the past school year. And what places did we visit this year? Harper, what is something new you learned at Food Lion?
I learned to push the cart safely so you don't bump into someone.
And Maggie, what did you enjoy about the thrift store?
Swimming clothes.
What are you most proud of?
Doing a tax box. Having good grades.
And what is your favorite memory from this year?
Listening to music at the thrift store. Making a grocery list.
For supporting these students and giving them these opportunities to grow as individuals. A lot of these moments don't really show up on your data reports, but they do represent real progress and meaningful learning. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's super fun. Maddie's a regular here for us.
Yeah.
Surprised she didn't mention you, Mr. Leach, in the video. Yeah.
He has
I will say
been
something,
used to
when I
it.
see her, I will say something about it.
I know, you should. You should. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love seeing how happy everybody looked in the video
Yeah.
too. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
They make my day every day. It's always something else.
Especially doing things that we, like grocery shopping, you
Yeah.
know, like they look so happy and I was like, man, I need to be happier when I grocery shop, right? Puts things in perspective, you know?
I love a good thrift store.
Yeah.
Next up, we have delegations. Anybody signed up? Okay. Moving right along, next up we have reports. Summer Academy 2026. Dr. Hauser and Mr. Cowser.
Actually, they're in our Summer Academy special educator.
No.
So, gosh. Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to see you. So, Summer Camp Academy 2026. So, our core leadership instructional team has been talking a lot about Summer Academy and what it needs to look like. Attendance is not always great, and students who struggle in school, students who maybe don't even like school, have to come back for 2 more weeks of school. So we brainstormed a lot of different ideas, and our first challenge was thinking about if we needed to see a student for 2 more weeks of school, who do we want to target? Like who do we feel like needs the most as far as giving them something extra in the summer? And we came up with a retreat into reading. So we are targeting our students who struggle with reading, who have a reading plan, and we're gonna work our very best to, I forgot I have this clicker, Mr. Leach, and I was waiting for you to click the thing. Okay, anyway, so that's our target audience. We're gonna invite all the students who struggle with reading and have a reading plan. So closing the gap through targeted intervention. So closing the learning gap in reading while instilling a further love of reading. So some things have been happening to us as leaders. I had a really impactful moment in the high school office where a senior student came up to me and said, "You were the last time I remember loving reading." And I took it as a compliment, of course, but then I was also mortified because that was 7.5 years ago. And so I think what's happened, particularly post-pandemic, is we have now a state-mandated reading program. We have series of tests that we give students on reading. If a student struggles with reading, they're tested more because we need to track their progress more. And I think in the process of doing that, we've assigned some real technical negative value to something that we really hope students will learn to love. And that's really hard because if you struggle with something, chances are you don't really like it. And if you don't really like it, you're probably going to struggle. So it just keeps kind of going around like that. So we really want to work our way back to a love of reading during the summer. We're also going to continue to provide a structure alternative to retention with work completion, which will be something a little different running alongside of our summer camp. And then we also work through credit recovery in the summer and do targeted remediation for end of course reading and writing. Reimagining the summer learning environment. So we want to try to move away from the standard sort of obligatory summer school where there's rote remediation and kind of rehashing what wasn't learned the first time around. And we're going to take field trips for the mind. We already have a wonderful book picked out, thanks to Mrs. Goodwin, called The Islanders. It's about a small community and some children who are staying and living in it, very much like the one we're here in West Point, as far as being surrounded by marsh and water. Creative and collaborative learning environment. So Dr. Bird has reminded us all year that remediation needs to look very different than the first time they received instruction. So we're going to come at it from all sorts of different ways. We already have the Turtle Recovery Center in South Carolina. They're going to be Zooming with us to talk about their efforts to reestablish populations of sea turtles, which is one of the main themes of our book, The Islanders. We already have the Wildlife Center of Virginia coming to bring some shorebirds that they are rehabilitating. So we're really hoping to engage the students with some different kinds of learning experiences. And we're going to integrate some camp experiences because they'll be with us. They won't be away at camp. And they won't have that chance to be somewhere else. They'll be with us. So we're going to do the best we can to integrate those things. So K to 7th is our target demographic. Currently we have 94 students on our reading plan. So those are students who are not performing as well as we'd like them to be. That doesn't mean they, absolutely cannot read. It just means they're struggling or having difficulty with a certain skill or multiple skills, and we need to shore them up. We're going to have 20, that's funny, faculty and staff members deployed. I don't remember if I wrote that or not, but yeah, they're going to be deployed. And then Mr. McAllister is going to be our Summer Academy admin. He's not able to be here tonight because he does have class for his graduate degree tonight, but we're all going to be here too. We're integrating science and fiction. We have Mrs. Bishop and Mr. Johnson who are going to be providing some science and some nonfiction reading skills. Ms. Britt, who's here, reminded us in our leadership meetings to include nonfiction, that's how you get a lot of students really interested in reading, is to read about bats or to read about dogs or dinosaurs or how a wheel works and different things like that. So we're going to really focus in on some of the science. The island theme just lends itself to science all throughout the book. The first time I read it, I couldn't put it down because it's such a great book. And the second time I read it, I broke it out by sub-themes. So of course, like shorebirds is one. There's a huge SEL component with, growing and learning and taking on challenges and parent difficulties. And then of course, there's the reading is fun. It should be fun. And that comes with reading something that you're interested in or want to know more about. So we have an 8-day instructional window, which is a little bit longer than we've gone in the past. And we're going to be there from 8. Students will start coming in. We'll get it set up for the day. And they'll be departing around 2. So you can see the different areas and the different focuses and what we're hoping to accomplish based on what the students need. I know that you all already know this, but our EL students are only in the country for 1 year before they're required to take the SOL tests. And of course, all those tests, even the math tests, are language-based, they're reading-based. The math test is a reading test. So they're going to have EL support during that time. We're going to have SPED support. We're having all 3 of our certified reading specialists are going to be in working with small groups of students. And we're really hoping to be able to accomplish the pre-K boot camp, sending those kids on to kindergarten, focusing in on reading, providing alternatives for work completion so that the students can move on to the next grade, and academic recovery through credit recovery. So we are going to look at attendance data, course completion data, assessments. We already have a lot of data on our reading students because, like I said, they've been tested 3 times this year, or they will have been tested 3 times at that point. So we'll already know there won't be any need to continue to test them. We know where they left off and where they're entering. And then I did this. I had to tell Mr. Leach that wasn't an accident. The more I thought about it with the report card, the more I don't want to do it. These parents have been told over and over again that their students are struggling with reading. They've been in reading plan meetings. They've had to come in for conferences. They know they want us to help them. So I don't want to send more of the same home saying, yes, they started 2 grade levels below and now they're 1.8 grade levels below. I really want to focus in on something qualitative for feedback, letting parents know how their child participated in our 2 weeks. I want to capitalize on the student's strengths and let the parents hear that loud and clear from us, that your child is a creative thinker, that your child did engage with the text on sharks, the good stuff, right? So we're not going to, I don't know what it's going to look like. I'll tell you when we figure that out, but it's not going to look like that. It needs to be something substantial. The parents are hungry for something positive about their student and in school and about reading. So, of course, we have our summer school funding. We also came up with a budget request and submitted it in detail, and it was approved. So we're hoping to really be creative, to integrate camp experiences like making s'mores and things like that, and really turn it on its head where the students are going to really want to be here and not miss anything. So it's going to be exciting. I'm so excited about it. I think The instructional leaders are excited about it too. And I love to read. I didn't always love to read. I like to read what I want to read, which is, I think, the way most people feel. So, it just needs to happen that way, where we show them that reading really is fun and that our love of reading can be modeled for them. So we're all hoping that it's a genuine retreat into reading and that they come away from the 2 weeks at least thinking like, that wasn't so bad. And maybe I do want to pick up this book about this topic. So we're really trying to do something different and re-engage some of our reluctant readers and our struggling readers back into school with us. Oh, that's the end. So are there any questions about that? Sorry, I'm looking.
That sounds really fun.
Good.
It does sound fun. I have a question. Can you explain a little bit more about what the credit recovery is going to look like?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is, I don't think I even put any details on it. So what that is, do you want to come up? With me? Yeah. So Dr. Burt, so this is high school credit recovery. So that's when the students are able to sign up for an online class and.
Right. So the credit recovery piece is for just high school students who need to recover a class for a graduation requirement. So that is going to be an online class. If they achieved a certain grade or SOL score, they get a shortened version of it. If they didn't, then it's going to be a full class so that they can qualify for that credit for their diploma.
Is that through Virtual Virginia, or is that something that we're, okay. Okay. And then the alternative to retention, is that for?
So that's our upper middle school students, particularly our 8th graders who are rising 9th graders.
Okay.
Who were unsuccessful in class, not because necessarily they didn't know the material, but they didn't do the work required to pass the class.
Okay.
So they come in and they're generally with a paraprofessional, an interventionist, to go back through those assignments, like what do you need to do, what will complete this class, get the help that they need to ensure that they've covered all the standards, they have all the work, so that they can move on to the next grade.
Okay. So the summer camp.
The fun part.
Sorry, I can't talk today. The book and the field trip one. That's for the elementary.
It's
through 7th.
It's K to 7.
Okay. And then the alternative to retention and the academic recovery.
It's 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
For work completion, alternative to retention.
Okay.
And it's high school 9 through 12.
Okay.
For the credit recovery.
And so for those kids, are they going to be getting, I guess I would assume, like a specific letter of invite to do these things? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I assumed, but
Yeah. No, it's a good question.
And then I was thinking, I had an idea for you for instead of the report card, what if you did a portfolio
that would be
of their work
like
and
a
then
passport.
present that to and then present that to the families as showing what they did at camp.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Sorry.
Like, yeah,
Gotta
this is
contribute a little bit.
this is what I did at camp. Yeah, no, I think that's great.
I mean, because then it's showing what they did,
Right.
Because we all look, kids come home and you say, "What'd you do today?" Nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's like pulling out of them. In this case, you'll actually have it all in front of you, or the parent
Right.
will, and they can see. Oh, okay, and then that opens a conversation also with the kid about what they did. So
Right.
No,
perhaps that might work.
I think that's a great idea. We've been working to make sure they have something to take home with them every day. And we've even got like special foods and all kinds of special little things we're going to be integrating. But I like that because that will allow them to have something that they can look back on too. Like, this is what I did the summer between my 6th and 7th grade, or my 2nd and 3rd grade year, or whatever, And then I was also thinking about, it was painful for me as a teacher when we got back to school and everybody's talking about what they did, and there's some kids like, I was at the babysitter, or it's just sad, or where did you go? Well, I went to the 7-Eleven on Free Slurpee Day, which is awesome. I do that still. But anyway, giving them something that they can say, well, you're not going to believe what I did. Like, I got to touch an owl, or whatever it is. So, yeah. So those are great ideas. And if you guys have ideas, like, that's what we're doing. We're brainstorming, like, all the cool stuff. So, So I'm super excited about it. I haven't been this excited about something, and well, I tend to get excited anyway. But I'm really excited. Like I locked myself in my office, and I was like, I'm writing thematic units. Dr. Fraser's like, are you in there? So we're excited. We're just gonna try something different, see if it works, see
I
if
think it
some
sounds
of our
really fun.
friends get engaged. I hope so.
Sounds great.
Yes, thank you.
Sounds like I would like to visit on certain days.
I know. Maybe I can come help with s'mores
Well,
day.
we're talking about.
I want to do like sea
Oh,
turtle.
you want to do stuff?
Yeah, like the sea turtle day,
well,
the day that the birds
shore
come.
birds.
Yeah, the public library is coming, and we're having guest readers. So if you would want to or even guest volunteer, because we're doing some crafts related to oyster shells and things. So we always are looking for other hands for things like that. So of course, you all are welcome anytime to come to any of those things. So
Let us know.
yeah, of course you'll have to make a portfolio and show it to your family, but.
I will gladly decorate an oyster shell.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Definitely sounds like a fresh and fun way to do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys get some good pictures too.
Yes, you will.
Like Camp Counselor McAllister, get them,
Yeah.
get them on photo.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh, are they gonna dress like camp counselors? I think you should make them.
That would be good.
I think you should make them dress like camp counselors.
T-shirts.
Camp counselor,
Oh yeah.
like khaki shorts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Compass.
Oh,
hanging around
yes,
the
and a whistle. I'm just saying. Look, I love a good theme.
Yep.
Yes, me too.
Go all in.
Yep.
All right, moving on.
I get some hate mail from McAllister. What are you telling me?
I know.
Make us wear
That's
that.
right. Mr. Leach, you're up with playground update for the elementary school.
Yeah, so we are in the process of upgrading our playground at the elementary school. If you've driven by Chelsea Road or down Chelsea, the area right here, if you've ever gotten up close, and I'll show you some pictures of it, it's in dire need of repairs.
Yes.
Just ask any of the lower grade teachers, they will tell you. So we are able to do that this year. It will basically replace everything that you see right now. And here are some of the reasons why it needs to be replaced.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
Those bars have been there for a long time, and I think it's time for an upgrade.
I don't understand that.
And so yeah, so just some of this. Even if you go out there, the kids are always playing on it. But I think it's also important that we upgrade some of that safety and things like that, so they can be safe when they play. So we put together a team. It had consisted of a grade level rep for pre-K, K, and 1, somebody from our special ed department, the admin and operations in the division to talk about, one, what do they want to see. We reviewed proposals from 3 different companies to identify some things that they want to keep. Some of the things they really wanted were more climbing items. They talked about the kids really wanting those, making sure it's accessible to all of our students in pre-K through 1. They wanted more swings, increased capacity, so meaning more kids can play on it, increased balance options, and then also have things at various heights, so that if kids were a little nervous about heights, they wouldn't have to go to the highest level, but they could still participate. So all of that to say, this is what the team picked. So they are very excited about this. So if you look at like the darker area, that is a poured in place, so that will replace the blue on where the blue is now, and on the right hand side where there's swings, that will be mulch. And the Rotary Club has offered to come and carry the mulch and do that to save the division a couple $1,000 to do that.
Oh, that's
So they will do
great.
that as
Yeah.
one of their projects. So again, it has slides, it has a lot of the tunnel areas, it has balance options, and you should have that so you can kind of see what that looks like.
I think they're gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, I think they're very excited. The teachers were very excited, and
Yeah.
the kids are half excited as the teachers.
Is this all on the side that's on the road, like the road?
Yeah.
Yep, so where the blue part
Yeah,
was, it'll all
Okay,
that will
so
be
then
gone.
we're getting rid of the stuff that's on the left side?
We're gonna get rid of all of that.
Just, okay, so
Yeah,
the
not the other
swing,
one.
the other section that's
The
there
other
is
section of
staying.
swings will be on the right hand side, so kind of where the
Mhm.
bench is,
But
that's
the-
where the swings, everything else is staying the same.
Okay,
And basketball stays the same.
Yep.
okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Just need to clarify.
So all this
That
will
looks
do will
great.
be all be West Point colors. The hope is that they will have it installed possibly by the end of the school year.
Oh.
I talked to the gentleman yesterday, it's typically an 8 to 12 week program, but he thinks that they had a cancellation, so they may be able to move it up.
That'd
I
be
know Ms.
nice.
Goodwin and I are hopeful that
Yeah.
the kids can utilize it this year,
Mhm.
maybe the end of the school year. And when they do that, they will only just block off this section, so the other sections of the playground will still be accessible for kids, to be able to use it.
How long does it take them to install it?
He
once
thinks
they
it's
start?
2 weeks.
Okay.
A lot of it is setting it, letting it cure,
Mhm.
letting it wait, and then coming back. And then there's also an aerial view so you can kind of see.
Yeah,
So
Is
that's kind
that-
of what it will look like.
Is that new, whatever that's called, the darker color stuff, is that gonna be, that's not gonna be raised like the current one? Or is it gonna
It'll
be
be raised
more
and then-
flush to the,
It'll be raised, but then it will have
They're gonna
a,
put a border on
yeah,
it.
they'll have a border on it,
Okay.
and then they'll have the walkway for people to accept.
and what's like the maintenance of that like? Cause this, like, is there something we need to do to maintain it?
No,
Or
they
what's the
will come back
lifespan of it,
and-
I guess?
Yeah, they'll come back and upgrade things if they need to.
Okay,
But really what he says is just keep it clean.
okay.
So take a leaf blower and blow any of the mulch off or leaves or things like that.
And how long do they think that'll be good for?
10
that
years,
foam stuff, okay.
if they take care of it.
And what is that called again, the foam
It's
stuff?
called poured in place.
Port in
Pour,
place?
like they pour it.
Pour.
In place.
It's a granular rubber.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a cement base underneath of it, and that's what they'll
Okay.
put the,
Kinda like how they do
equipment
the track.
into.
It's how they do the track.
Very
Okay.
similar to
Yep.
how they do the track.
Okay.
Yeah, when we, with the holes that you saw in the,
Mhm.
piece before, we asked people about coming to do it from the track,
Mhm.
and they just said it wouldn't be worth it to do that, 'cause, yeah.
Okay. I think that looks great.
No, I know. I love it.
And then this
That was
is.
I'm
Small.
excited.
And picture of what you
For
can
it.
kind of see, and the capacity there, they think they can get anywhere between 40 and 50 students on it.
Oh, that's great.
If there are any funds left over, one thing they talked about was resurfacing the blacktop
Mm-hmm.
where the basketball courts are. And
Yeah.
maybe put like a little track there so kids could run, or if they have
Oh.
tricycles, or doing like hopscotch, or some of
That
those
would
little
be
games,
good.
just as another
Yeah.
area that they can, play on that side too.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I know the
Fingers
basketball
crossed
court
for
gets,
that.
yeah, the basketball court gets used a lot.
Yeah, it does.
It's great.
Yeah, it's
So
exciting.
hopefully by the end of the
Yeah.
school year, we'll have a new playground in place.
Yay!
So thank you to the team.
Yeah.
I know Jesse was on the team, Jennifer was on the team, so thank you. Chris was on the team.
We should do a ribbon cutting for it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
She was like, we are. She's like, we if you want to.
Exciting place.
I think we should. That's great.
Awesome.
Good job.
Next up, items under study, we have some policy updates on the horizon.
Yep, and so this will be your first read of these policies, and so, if you have questions or feedback regarding these policies, you can get that to me get that to us before the next board meeting, that would be helpful. And, if there are none, then we can look forward to approving those.
Anything in these you wanna highlight, or just dig through them and provide feedback?
Not at this
It's
time.
not that many of them.
Yeah. Okay.
But if there are things, once you all read through them, if there are things that you wanna have some discussion on, just let me know.
Okay.
And we'll be prepared for that.
Next up, we have a short list of action items. The first item, item A, is consider approving expenditures and revenue reports as presented. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, cafeteria expenditures. Do we have a motion to approve the cafeteria expenditures?
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up is personnel recommendations. Do we have a motion to approve our personnel recommendations?
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up is donations. Do we have a motion to approve the donations?
So moved.
A motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chopping down the list. Next up is our CTE Perkins plan that we discussed last month. Do we have a motion to approve our Perkins plan?
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
get some rest.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up is our special education annual plan. Talked about that as well previously. Do we have a motion to approve our special education annual plan?
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Last on our list is student tuition renewals. We have a short list. I think everybody's had a chance to peek at. Do we have a motion to approve our tuition renewals? We
So moved.
have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's it for our action items. Next up, information. Dr. Frazier, is there anything that you want to touch on?
We did add our June 9th joint session with the town to the calendar of events. So just as the spring is here, just pay close attention to that calendar, as there are many different events and activities happening.
The time and location of that one?
That meeting will be at 5 o'clock. The location is to be determined, as we're gonna work with the town to see
Okay,
whether they wanna host there or they want us to host the meeting.
okay. Just let us know, please. Next up is future agenda items. We have consolidated application and our Title III application. You wanna touch on those?
Yep, those will be, Ms. Roach will bring information forth on those reports at our next meeting.
Okay, we've already talked about upcoming meetings. Any other items for discussion right now? Not, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank y'all for coming.